in this maybe house, maybe hotel in the village. In the night, bandits came. One of them tried to run away. They followed him, shot him dead, dragged his body back so that the other three can see what will happen if the other three try to run away. They didn't. They were taken just a few kilometers into the bush, and they spent 36 days there.
36 days?
36 days.
Your nephew?
I was my nephew, my sister's son. At that time, I was the special. I was the
special advisor political to the president.
I was working in the villa.
Nobody is coming to save you. Let's talk about insecurity and the rascality of the Nigerian government by building houses for Federal High Court judges and Appeal Court judges.
Let me just say that it will be extremely difficult. A judge that takes, a justice that takes this would be compromised.
Whether he likes it or not.
Well, imagine, this is Abuja. Look at the estate we just saw, for
Mansions.
sake. And they give it to you free? And you think that a justice of the Supreme Court will actually be dispassionate and fair and just to a government that gives him a home in Abuja? Any one of those houses is close to $1 billion or more. Now, for goodness sake, in the name of what?
For them to do their job very well.
Doing their job like everybody else. There's not, look, the bottom line is there's nothing special about being a judge of the Supreme Court other than the fact that you've
or Court of Appeal
or Court of Appeal or
High
whatever.
Court.
There are other Nigerians who have served in different branches and reached the equivalent of that point. What, do you also give them houses?
Because
This is the worst form of corruption.
Okay.
And it should not be allowed to be buried. We shouldn't just move beyond this.
This was the special advisor to the Vice President, Karim Shettima, the brother to the Vice Presidential candidate of Labour Party in 2023 general election, talking about Hakeem Baba Ahmed. He was on Trust TV and he gave this interview talking about how his nephew was kidnapped sometime last year while he was serving as the special advisor to the Vice President. And he also talked about, which I've already seen, the gift by the government, the federal government, to the judges, which he tagged bribery. However, let's look at the first one, which is the issue of the kidnapping. Last year, my nephew was kidnapped alongside 3 people. They were taken a few kilometers into the bush and spent 37 days there. At the time, I was working in Aso Villa. There was hardly anybody I didn't speak to. We gave them the coordinates, which were easy to get. The first time, they asked for 25 million, 3 motorcycles, a lot of drugs, a lot of medication, rice, and all sorts of things. All in all, between the first day they were kidnapped and when they were released, we spent close to 175 million. Hakeem Baba Ahmed recounts his family. Why do you have to read this? Towards the end of this video, I will allow you to watch some part of the clip, right, from Trust. However, this is to show you the reason why next election is very key. Of any of the candidates you choose to vote, either Peter Obi, either Donald Duke of PRP, or Atiku Abubakar of ADC, that is if they survive the court cases, or Sowore of AA, or any other candidate from any other political party that you choose to vote for, please remember that if you collect money and vote APC back into power, you are voting your debts. Imagine, if you have not watched our previous video, please do, where we talked about INEC, right? So just our previous video, if you've not watched that video, please do, so you understand that voting for FTC is like voting for your debt. Because I can't imagine how someone will give you a bag of rice, 5,000, 4,000. Imagine a report that a family or people were kidnapped and they went to give 10 million naira to that family. Really? Since I couldn't confirm that story, I couldn't bring it up for you, but I saw it flying around on social media. And then you could hear exactly what somebody who is working in a villa with the office of the vice president His family is not safe. Kidnapped, and they spent 175 million. Not that the government deployed the DSS, the SSS, the police, the VIO, the road safety, the army to go and free this person because he is a VIP or VVIP, because he's working in the villa. He never had that privilege. This is somebody working in the villa. Have you ever been to the villa before? Some of you, have you been to the villa before? Have you had the privilege of meeting with the vice president or the president of the country before? Have you even had the privilege of even meeting your own governor in your own state? Have you even had the privilege of working within the close range of people who are in government and power? So if you get kidnapped today, what is your fate? You already know. 50 million, 170 million, 10 million maybe. That is your fate. So a vote for APC is a vote for your death. It's a vote for you being kidnapped. It's a vote for your family and your village being overrun by terrorists, because they will do nothing. That is what this man just told us. Because his nephew was kidnapped, he literally said there is no door that he did not knock. He even gave, like, they are calling, he gave the coordinate, but they didn't make use of it. But you know what? Justice Crack talks about the fact that the Nigerian army have been maltreated, have been given, food that is meant not even for dogs. But what happened? He was struck, he was traced, he was arrested, he was brutalized, he was mentally tortured, he was spiritually tortured, he was physically tortured. The guy is literally living in trauma. Just few weeks ago, a teacher was beheaded, right? What happened? The government, Teachers Association in Nigeria put out a memo that they should pray. A general, a serving general, was murdered sometime last year. What happened? General Uba, a serving general, not a recruit. The country moved on. Just on Independence Day, or Democracy Day rather, June 1st, the president told us that, he's giving those bandit terrorists this announcement, that this warning, that they either surrender now or they will deal with them, that this time will not last forever. They should better hang up their boots and stop terrorizing Nigerians. What happened? The next morning, we saw that a retired general was beaten to death. Now they now I will not say stage. They now have a publication that the Nigerian military have rescued the wife of the general, who was also shot during the rescue, but he's receiving treatment and responding very well. Why didn't they go for that rescue mission before the death of that general? Or was the general just a collateral damage? Was the general hiding some or having some information and they want to take him out? That was the reason why they left him, as they kidnapped him and then left him in the hands of those kidnappers to kill. And then afterward, they went to bring the woman back. We also saw that in fact, see, let me not even go there because I've done a video about that. You can check it out. So what is it? What is it? So how are we going to cope? This is somebody who was within the power. Now, when you look at the comment section, you say, you spent this much. May God heal our land and destroy all the jihadis. Woo! Northern elite have no right to complain or point fingers. He started this, okay. Baba Ahmed, my sympathy, sir. Okay, but if gold rusts, what will iron do? This question is big, is mighty, is powerful. If gold rusts, what will iron do? Now let's look at the other thing that he talks about, the gift by the federal government or the Mr. President to the High Court judges and Appeal Court judges. Wike is boasting here and there, and you can see on your screen, well, the young lady is showcasing when they were doing the commissioning of those beautiful houses for our, learned colleague. The question now is this: these people will sit to handle cases between citizens and the government. They will be the ones sitting there to judge cases between parties, opposition party and the ruling party. Imagine that I give you a house to live in, a car, I pay your salary, I fund everything about you. Then someone brought a case before you. Let's imagine that you are even a police. Then somebody came to you and told you that I stole his bike, or I took away his wife, or I took something that belongs so dearly to him or her. What will you do as an officer? Be you a police officer, be you a judge, be you whoever in the society, what will you do? Put that thought at the comment section. Let us have this conversation. Thank you for watching.
Maybe a house, maybe a hotel in the village. In the night, bandits came. One of them tried to run away. They followed him, shot him dead, dragged his body back so that the other three can see what will happen if the other three try to run away. They didn't. They were taken just a few kilometers into the bush, and they spent 36 days there.
36 days?
36 days.
Your nephew?
I was my nephew, my sister's son. At that time, I was the special. I was the
special advisor political to the president.
I was working in the villa. There was hardly anybody I didn't speak to. We gave them the coordinates, which was easy to get. Where those 37 days, every single day, Malanza, we spoke with the bandits and we spoke with our nephew and the two other people. Every single day, with 4 or 5 of his uncles. Every day we conversed. Every day they would tell us their condition. We will negotiate. And they would tell us, the bandits will speak to us and give them the phone. We insisted on speaking to him because we wanted proof of
life. Yes.
And they kept making demands. They knew everything about him. They had done their research. The very day they picked him up, they said, "You are Ismail Sahabi."
You are what?
Yes. They said, your uncle is so. They were talking about me.
Special advisor to the president, living in the villa.
He's a big man. He works in the villa, so we are going to get a lot of money. They also told him about my other brother, Dati. He was what he was doing, and they said, so we're going to ask for a lot of money. They kept them there. The first time they said, give us, they told us 25 million, and we thought, okay. We looked around for 25 million, and they wanted 3 motorcycles and a lot of drugs. Drugs, a lot of medication, rice, all sorts of things. And we sent it to them. They told us where to go.
You sent it?
Oh yeah, we sent it to them. But at the same time, we also told everybody, imagine in that position, I know just about everybody who was in government. And I could go walk into their offices and ask for sympathy. Please, it's my nephew. They're going to kill him if he's not rescued. And people say, oh, give us the coordinates. And it was easy to get the coordinates.
You gave them?
Yes, we gave them all the coordinates. They will say, oh, they will not spend. They spent 37 days. We spent, all in all, between the first day they were kidnapped and when they were released, we had spent close to 175 million naira. 175 million naira. Eventually they were released. This 175 was made up of about, I think, 120 million in the cash in 3 batches. We sent people to them. They gave us directions. In one of the 3 times that they took money, they even ran into some military people who said, you are going in the wrong direction. This is the way to go.
I mean,